so we can go ahead and get going. So, just like every other time, we're going to start off with our strikes. Make sure you grab it in your right hand. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you flip it over, 12. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. Good, and you guys go at your own pace. You don't have to go as fast as me. I've been doing this a bit longer than everyone else. Keep going, keep going. I'm watching you guys. Let's see. Ooh, Jordan's online. Hello, Jordan. Perfect. Excellent. You guys are doing great. Keep going. Now, Tim, remember, put your hand in the middle of your body. Don't have it down by your side. Have it in the middle of your body when you're doing your strikes. You want it up here, not down here. Put it up here. So you're striking. This hand should be up here, Tim. Right here, right in the middle. Their hand is not down here. Put this hand here, up here. Not on your knife. So you're striking, and your other hand is in the middle of your body. This is for Tim. Tim, Tim, Tim. Put your other hand here. So as you're striking, your hand is here in the middle of your body. Thank you. Keep going. Perfect. All right, and time. Let's go ahead. We're going to switch over to our blocks now. Switching over to the blocks. So let's go ahead. And remember, there's striking number 1 this way. So you're going to step this way. 1, block, and down. 2 is going back the other way. Block, and down. 3, the hand closest to the camera goes down. 4, closest hand to the camera goes down. Good. 5, step off the side and block away. And 12, block high and circle down. Good. Same thing. Go at your own pace. Make them look good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 12. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. 1, 2, 3, Good. Good, keep going, make them look good. Box. All right, one more minute, and then we're gonna get on to the takedowns for 4, 5, and 12. So keep going. Keep her going. And time. All right. So let's go ahead and do this thing. So for number 4, remember number 4, they're stepping in, right? They have it in their right hand, this guy, and then they're stepping across and they're striking this way, right? So they're cutting back across the belly. Bam. Just like so. So we're still doing that block, right? So we're still stepping in and blocking. All right. So if Mr. Churchman's attacking me when he comes in, I'm blocking, again, just like so. I'm doing that round kick cover here. From here, if you remember, the press for this, we press at an angle. That's even better for that. Anyways. So, one more time, when he does this, I press. When I press, I'm not going up and down because this is as far as it's going to go. I need to press in towards the bad guy, right? So I'm pushing it sideways. 1, he could stab himself. Perfect, fine with me. I'm just going to keep it in there and take him down some way from there, right? I can bring it back this way and take him down this way, whatever way. But the one we're going to be focusing on is you bring it down and it passes behind him, right? It's going to be a lot like the one we did for 3, remember, where we went up and around and then we ended with our hand on their shoulder and the other hand on their wrist. We're ending the same way. You do one more press. So we start here, I press down. From there, my hands are going to do another press. So they are here, right? So I start here, I press down. They're going to do another press so I can get onto his shoulder and onto his wrist, all right? So I'm going to come over here now, and I'm going to show you from this angle. Hold on. Okay, so he's going to come in again. I block, press 1. Ready? My hand that's in the hole, this guy right here, this one is going to slide down to his arm first, while this hand that's on his wrist goes up. And all I'm doing is letting my hand slide down and naturally catch on his wrist. All right, and then this hand goes up on his shoulder. And look, I'm back to where I was on number 3. All right, where my hand is on his wrist and my hand is on his shoulder. All right, so we are just adding one more press onto it. So again, I block, press, that's one that goes in, and then this hand that's up slides down to the wrist, and this one slides up to the shoulder, and then that's where I step around where I need it to be. All right, so again, he comes in, Hi-ya. Press sideways. And then again, do the switch. Bam. Then I step around and get him where I need him to be. And if you're like Mr. Churchman, you wear a lot of bracelets, this makes it really easy to catch exactly where you need to without like falling past it, right? This makes it very easy to catch exactly where you need to, all right? So, go over here, we'll show up from this angle. He comes in, I block, press in, switch my hands, and around. Good. So, that's for number 4. Do it a couple of times for me, all right? So again, the press, through, switch, down. I'm facing your way. Block, press, switch, down. Good. Again, block, press, switch, down. Good. So that's how you should end. You should be facing one way at the beginning, and when you go through the steps, you should end facing away from the camera, right? That's how you want to end. Or if you're facing sideways to begin with, when you do this entire thing, you should be facing the opposite direction of where you started. So if I started facing this way, I should end facing this way. If I start facing away or towards the camera like you guys, I should end facing away from the camera like you guys, all right? So that is the one for number 4. Again, like I said, it's a lot like number 3, right? Where we do the block, we press, and we bring it around, and we get a hand on the shoulder, hand on the wrist. It just takes one more press than number 3. From there, yeah. And again, Mr. Churchman, these are all what we call takedowns. I'm being nice to Mr. Churchman and not taking him down all the way. But again, all I'm doing is getting him here, and then very easily I can take out the knee. Or I can bring this up to where he's going all the way down to the ground. Does that make sense? The whole point is to get control of this right here. You want to get control of that, right? So if I have him face down into the ground, he's not going to be thinking about that. He's going to be thinking that his face is against the ground. So now you're safe. Then from there, you can put your knee on top of that hand and the other knee on his back, and you're good to go, right? So that's how that works. Then you got 2 free hands, call 911. Hey, this guy attacked me. Can you come here, please? It all works, trust me. I mean, I learned this from a cop, so. All right. Now, we're gonna move on to number 5. Number 5, again, he's coming straight in. He's trying to get me right in the middle. Now, this one is very important. We're going to the side, right? I'm pressing sideways. So he comes in, I go sideways. We're going back to what we did a couple weeks ago with number 5, where I bring this other hand into an elbow. From here, I am using my good base to knock him off balance. From here, I'm doing that over the top, and I'm grabbing my arm. And now from here, all I gotta do is rotate backwards. And as you can see from what Mr. Churchman is doing, the lower I go with this, the further he's going to go as well. I'm being nice to him because he has an injured shoulder and I don't want him to hurt himself. All right, so that's, go on this side. That's number 5. So now that you guys can see the beginning. When he comes in, that's a number 4. I want a number 5. I block off to the side. I bring it down. Did you guys see that? Right there. When I go down with my elbow, I drop into a horse stance to bring his knee off balance. So that knocks his knee out of the way. You guys see that? Where he's like off balance? That's what you want. From there, I go down, and I'm grabbing my bicep here. And then this hand, as I turn, goes backwards. And then down. So that's all it takes. From there, you just go, and they're very, very quickly. Or that goes out of socket. And it goes pop, and they can't use their arm anymore. They attack you with a deadly weapon. It works. All right, so again, number 5, pass, elbow, around, and down. Good. And just like always, keep control of the knife hand, not the wrist. Because, I mean, if I grab the wrist here, well, he can still do some weird things and get me and cut me and stab me. So I need to have control of the hand itself when I do this, all right? So that way it goes down and the knife goes down and everything is good to go. All right, so that is number 5. Let's practice it one more time with Mr. Churchman, and then I'll do it without. Pass, elbow, around and down. That can be one fluid movement if you guys watch. All right, watch what I do with my hand. So again, he comes in. When I come here, this is one fluid movement where I go around and down. So again, I go bam, bam, just like so. All right, so if you guys want to practice that, right, I got his hand and I got the elbow. Go from here, you go around and down. Bam. It's funny because it looks like you're in the Avatar series when you do it too. Here, right, and then you go around. Woo! It's funny, but it's true. You go around, right? I'm going through the movements here. Boom, 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 right? So practice that a few more times with the elbow and everything. So if I'm facing same way you guys are, pass, elbow, round and down. It's very important, especially if you're smaller, to have a very good base. The stronger your base, the stronger your moves are going to be, right? If you're trying to go up against someone that's Mr. Churchman's size and you're Jenna's size, and you stand like this while you're trying to do everything, you don't have a good base. He can take you down, right? But again, if he comes in, I have a good base. I have a good base. Even here, I'm keeping my stances to help me to where I need to go, because our stances are designed to create that good base. If Mr. Churchman comes up to me and I get into like a horse stance, right? Into a good horse stance, and he tries to like push me over, right? No matter how hard he tries, he's not going to. Back stance, same thing. He can push all he wants, or pull, I mean, yeah. And look, it's a lot harder for it is, or again, same with that front stance. He tries pushing me over, and no matter what he does, my stances are there to create that good base. They're immovable objects. It's making you one with the earth. You are becoming part of it. All right? I know that's like very out there to think about, but that's kind of what it is. You are now grounded, and you cannot be moved when you have a good base. All right? All right, so we're going to do one more. We're on number 12, our last one. So for number 12, that's the one that goes straight up to straight down, right? So Mr. Churchman, if he's going to attack me, I need to do that high block. I'm still stepping up to the side. So if it slides off my arm, it totally misses me, right? So I'm still side. So if he's over here, watch. When I sidestep, if he glides off of my arm, it's going to go right past my body. I don't get cut. All right? But it's important that you get there. So, all right? So you got to move your body out of the way. So he comes in, I block, and I bring it around. When I bring it around, it can either go past or into their leg. If it goes into their leg, again, you just go like this and whip them down, and they're thinking about, oh man, I just stabbed myself, right? But if it goes past, so he attacks, and I go past. You bring it up, grab, and here, all right? So all I'm doing is, I call it the video game holder, because your thumbs are up, right? So that's how you're grabbing their hand. And then from there, it's just like, which one? Number 2, you go down with your hands. That's it, and they'll comply, because that is not very comfortable, all right? So again, he comes in, I block. I bring it around into that video game controller, and then I'm being nice to Mr. Churchman. You go down. All right? So that is number 12. Again, one of the more simple ones, number 12 is. But if the dude, again, is Mr. Churchman sized, and you're, wait. So, Mr. Churchman comes in, from here, well, he has this nice leg right here. All I gotta do is a round kick right here to get him down to my level. All right? So that's something you can do. Again, they're the distractions, right? You want to distract them from the knife. If you're sitting there trying to battle it out right here, that's not good. All right, distract him. So when you come through, everything is good to go. All right. So that's what this one looks like. That's number 12. Go ahead, practice it a few more times. Block around and down. So if I am doing it your way, block. Oh wait, that's number 5. Block around and down. And you could be very, very nice when you're doing this too. The very, very nice way is something I learned from Master French Junior, the fun one, not the older one. The older one's the cool one, right? The old one's super cool. The younger one's cool, but he's fun. All right, so again, I block around and I get here. Well, you just very nicely tell them to get on the ground. How do you do that? You scream as loud as you can in the deepest, like harshest voice in the world. You just, as loud as you can, get on the ground! And you just, yeah. The more I'm dead serious. You tell them that, they're gonna be, okay! And get down as quick as you can. Trust me, I've had it happen. Good, practice that a few more times. Block around and down. Block around and down. Good. And this one's really nice because it flows super well. You can go all the way to here as quick as you want to, right? So whenever I do it, I can just go because I'm going hand to hand and down. All right? Good. All right, and time. So that's gonna be it for today. Remember, testing is this week. If you've already tested, perfect, good job, you guys. Thank you guys for coming in or being on Zoom. If you have not tested yet, we're still doing testing today here at the karate school. Remember, if you want to test, you have to be here at the karate school, or on Zoom. All right. If we can't see you, so sorry people on YouTube, if we can't see you, we can't test you. All right, so please, please, please either come to the karate school for testing or be on Zoom. All right, and that's for today for testing if you're in level 1 or level 2. For my high reds and above, my high reds and level 3 students, your testing is Friday, 6 to 9, or well, 6 to 9. We might end a little bit early, but don't say anything. Shh. All right? That is your test, or for like Tim, that's your progress check because you're a brown red. All right? So make sure you guys are either here at the karate school or on Zoom for that as well. Again, it's from 6 to 9 p.m. Then that's the testing stuff. Wednesday and Thursday is fitness testing. Again, you're either here or on Zoom. If we can't see you, I don't know that you're doing this stuff. All right? And other than that, this knife defense stuff, today was actually the last day that we're going over knife defense for this cycle. Again, we're probably going to do it one more time before you guys become black belts. But when you become black belts, this is something we do in class. This is part of something that you guys are testing on when you become black belts. So you start learning more advanced ways of like doing this stuff, more advanced ways to protect yourself. All right. So that's something you guys get to look forward to when you get to black belt, is more of this fun self-defense stuff, because I don't know about you, but I love this stuff. It makes me super happy to take people down. All right. So that's something to look forward to. Other than that, just make sure that this stuff is something that you only use if you absolutely need to, right? If someone's coming up to you and they have a knife and they're like, give me your money, give me your wallet, give me your phone, give me your stuff. This stuff is not worth it. You give it to them. Don't even hold on to it. Here you go. All right, because these can be replaced. Wallets can be replaced, right? Those things can be replaced. Those can be changed, and you can get new stuff. What's something you can't change or get back? What's something that you can't, replace? Yourself. You cannot replace yourself, right? So we need to make sure that if that's what they want, we just give it to them. It's not the, hey, give me your money, and then you're like, oh, I got this, I know how to get away from this, and then try to do something, and you still get hurt, right? We don't want that. The stuff I'm teaching you is a very last resort. This is the person that's coming up to you saying, not saying anything and just trying to take your life or hurt you really extremely badly. This stuff is there to protect you for those situations. If they are not interested in your position, of your possessions, they're just wanting to hurt you, then you use this, all right? Other than that, that is what this is used for. So that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for being on and participating for leadership. You guys have an excellent afternoon, and I'll see you guys